Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what is rapid prototype?
Wait, where do you want him to look?
Doesn't matter. You can look back and forth.
I just
Okay.
talk to the person asking you.
Okay.
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 What is rapid prototype anatomicals?
Rapid prototype anatomicals is a let's do it again.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay, hold
Rapid
on. I'm going to start over. Hold on.
Okay. Rapid prototype anatomicals is something I developed pretty much through my garage and my knowledge of the basic sciences and basic arts. And I always thought to myself, why couldn't an actual model be built of anything in the human body? Didn't know necessarily how. One of my patients came in one evening and we started discussing it, and he's in the manufacturing business. And I thought to myself, what if? Always what creation is not how, but what if I could do this? What if I could try this? There's plenty of room for failure, so I think failure is kind of fertilizer for success, if you would. And all of a sudden I realized I did an MRI and I did X-rays, and then I incorporated a thing called computerized tomography, which is CT. I took the CT, joined forces with the manufacturing industries, made a CAD, reproduced that. I send these materials to Belgium. Belgium incorporates a 3D version of it. It comes back and I believe it's called an STL. From this, that goes then into these very sophisticated and very expensive pieces of machinery that can build this off of those numbers. And it can build it in approximately 1 inch per hour. And now it can build it out of plastics, plaster pairs, gold, copper, metal, all the alloys, all the polyesters, polymers of plastics. I still like the plaster. I think it's just a little bit more detailed. But recently I have seen a polymer used, and it's very, very detailed. But what I managed to do was to take the medical side of life, combine it with the harsh metallic iron side of life in manufacturing, and was able to build this very delicate and beautiful spine, if you would. What's so interesting about this is because it's 3D, it can have all the caverns and openings and bone hollowness, all the fractures, all the eburnation, which means a blowout of bone, if you would. But even under rapid prototype,
Say that sentence again.
but even after using rapid prototype, it can get sophisticated enough that you can literally run right down a person's spinal column and see what's in there. See if there's a bony tumor sticking out in that canal. With MRI, excellent machine, but you have to use multiple pictures, and the doctor reading and interpreting these has to put these pictures, assemble them in his brain. Well, here they're assembled in one solid, hard model that you can literally hand to someone and say, without your knowledge of MRIs, here's what's wrong with this fellow. Here's this nasty trauma. Here's this bone break here. Here's fractures. Here's openings that are very, very small that are causing the problem, causing the pain. Because you think about it, most people don't hurt too bad when they're lying down. But when they're in a quality of life and a functional life and their duties, they start hurting. It's either in the morning they start hurting or towards the evening. Which physiologically, mechanically, the body's failing. You have to find those failures before you can fix them. Instead of just saying, yes, you've been injured, wait 3 days. If the condition persists, see your doc. Then you take some medicine. That might not work. And then he said, well, let's send you in for some blood work. Let's send you in for an MRI. Let's send you in for a CAT scan. It goes on and on and on. And the patient is irritated. He or she's kind of disgusted with the system. There's newer ways, and there are better ways. We won't replace what's already good, but we can certainly improve it. And the improvement comes in with a hands-on. Imagine the physician being able to hold this in his hands and see what he's entering before he gets there. What that means is the incision wounds would be smaller, less time, less invasion, less opening for staph infections. In the long run, better work, better quality, and proof for the pudding that the work was done, it was done sufficient or well, or if in fact, unfortunately, it wasn't done correctly.